Hello everyone. For the 5th standard SST, we have completed 2 chapters. The first is how the British came to India. Then second is the Earth surface we have completed. Okay. So now we are going to move our next chapter. The name of chapter is Indian Freedom Struggle. Okay, Indian Freedom Struggle 1, Part 1. So here is a picture story. It is given here, which is show that how the Britishers came to India. Okay, so the first is that the repeat is what we have learned in chapter 1. It's a brief story. Okay. In 1600, the English East India Company EEIC was granted a charter by Queen Elizabeth I to take control over trade in India. The British had to compete against the Portuguese, Dutch, French, and they eventually emerged victories. Okay. We have learned in the chapter 1 was that the EEIC established their trade center in India, and Queen Elizabeth I, she granted one charter for the EEIC, and they allowed to set up a trade centers in India. Okay. The Britishers were eager to gain control over Bengal because India's richest province is there in Bengal. Okay, so here they are showing some picturization. So here Queen Elizabeth is giving charter to the EEIC person. Then it might be difficult to convince the Nawab of Bengal. Then this is only option is war. Means the Nawab Bengal was not Sirajuddaulah was not convinced about this whatever the Britishers want. So they were talking that it's not now possible to convince Nawab. So now the only option is war. So after this, they have the Battle of Plassey in 1757. Sirajuddaulah, the Nawab of Bengal, was defeated. Okay. Then the Battle of Buxar was fought in 1764, and Mir Qasim, the Nawab of Bengal, Sirajuddaulah, the Nawab of Awadh, and the Shah Alam II, the Mughal emperor, were defeated. Okay. Now, the victory in Buxar, the company's rule in Bengal, Bihar, and Odisha began. With the establishment of the company's rule started, the exploitation of Bengal, the British Governor General Lord Cornwallis introduced the permanent settlement in 1793. Through this system, Jamidars become the permanent owner of the land and farmers lost the right of their land. What happened this about? Because the landowner, the farmers lose their ownership because the rule implemented by the governor, which was like whatever the land is put it as a mortgage to the Jamidar. Now they have give the authorities like okay, whatever the land you are having as in mortgage, you are the permanent owner of it, and all the farmers have lost their ownership of their lands. Okay. This permanent settlement has made the life very difficult for the farmers. Okay, then factories in Britain used raw material that came from India. Means whatever the raw material which grown by the farmers in India, they grow over here, and Britishers took that raw material to use in their factories in Britain. Okay. Peasants were forced to cultivate indigo, which the Britishers required to factories in Britain. Means the farmers in India, they used to have the spices or the grain, wheat, whatever they grow, but after Britishers forcefully, they have to grow indigo. because this indigo used in Britain as in raw material. That's why they enforced to the farmers that they have to grow that only. Okay, then the farmers are saying that we can't grow food crops for my family as we are told to grow indigo for factories. I can't pay the taxes the demand my crops have failed. Okay, the British are using, they do not care for us. We shall surely die of hunger and poverty. There was growing discontent the content among the people against the British. Many sections of the society came together to challenge the Britishers. What happened if the farmers lost their crops or any damages due to natural disaster, something like that? Then only they have to pay the taxes. Okay. The revolt of 1857, often called the First War of Independence, shook the very foundation of EIC rule in India. Many brave lives were lost, like Rani Lakshmibai, Mangal Pandey. All the many brave lives they have lost, and the company lost its control over India. Queen Victoria became the Empress of India, and the British government began its rule over India. Means that was the time they fully set up their rules over the India in this period of time after revolt of 1857. Because if they were thinking that if we are not doing so, we will lose our control over the India, because day by day the people disagreement and dissatisfaction is means it's now day by day was increasing. So they were threatened that if we are not if we are not controlling them, they will be or we will be lose our control over India. Okay, so this was the the gist that how they started. Briefly we are going to study further, so you read to this that what how they step by step they have started their spreading their legs into the India, how they manipulate the people, how they forcing to the people what they have to do it. They forcefully or because of the war they have defeated many uh, kings and kingdoms they have acquired. Okay, so that was their monopoly that they have to uh, enter in the India, and whatever they want to have as in raw material they will forcefully implement to the farmer, and they will make them grow and they will get the profit of it. Okay, so read this chapter. Okay, it's very interesting. You will know about how the Britishers came to India. You will also understand about history, what was happened. People were saying that we were means India were under the rule of Britishers for 200 years, how they exploit to the people of India, then how the people get rid of it, what Mahatma Gandhi has been done. Okay, how many people lost their life to get the independence. Okay, so read it. Thank you and have a nice day.